Andy Macdonald is to skateboarding what Michael Phelps is to the swimming pool. His collection of X Game medals enough to make anyone's neck sore. Andy, holder of 23 X Game medals in a 2-decade and counting career that helped make him make the sport what it is today. Much like Tony Hawk, Andy's incredible success athletically has made him successful elsewhere, including, importantly, extending a helping hand to folks who need it. That's why he's here today. Andy's making the media rounds Tuesday to help promote Grind for Life, a foundation that helps cancer patients and their families deal with the exorbitant medical costs and all the other stuff that's involved in fighting cancer. If you want to help out, you can help by donating to grindforlife.org, grindforlife.org. We'll put that up again, but without further delay, Andy Mack's in studio. Andy, welcome back to Cayuse High.
Great to be here. Thank you.
Tell us about Grind for Life and why it's so important to you.
Grind for Life is basically the live strong of the action sports world, skateboarding in particular. Skateboarding's been behind Mike Rogers, who's the founder of Grind for Life, a 2-time cancer survivor and pro skateboarder. Mike survived cancer as a teenager and then again as an adult with a surgery that had to remove part of his eye, part of the muscles from his stomach, and one of those things like you may not survive. If you do, you may never walk again. And then here he is, 10 years later, cancer-free, riding a skateboard in the Masters Pro Tour. So it's a really inspirational story.
You bring up Mike. We have some video of him. It's aptly named Grind for Life because that's what it is. It's a grind for life. And yeah. Mike, is there a person more special than Mike Rogers?
I call him Mighty Mighty Mike Rogers, for one mighty for each time he beat cancer. His story is super inspirational, and you know, during the Clash at Clairemont, the fundraiser we're doing this weekend, we do a Skate Like Mike best trick contest. Mike only has one eye, so we all put a patch on our eye like Mike, and we try and skate like Mike, and we do a best trick contest. And some pros won't even drop in because you don't realize, but as soon as you lose one eye, you lose your depth perception, and you don't know when, once you're in the air, when to put your board down. So it's amazing that Mike does what he does, and that really brings that to the forefront of what we're all doing. You know,
obviously there's developments in fighting cancer medically, but part of Grind for Life, and I think what Mike's about, is there's also the physical activity side that is just as important as the chemo and other things that you use for treatment. Can you talk about some of the wellness programs that Grind for Life stands for?
I mean, Mike is out there doing it, spreading his story. Yes, we're raising money and we're giving money to families that need, particularly to get to cancer treatment. But Mike's been through it twice, so he knows better than anybody. Here's what you need to eat. Here's how you need to exercise. And through skateboarding, you don't have to go to the gym. The gym's the most boring place in the world. Like, get out there, be outside, and ride your skateboard. And you don't have to be the greatest skateboarder in the world. You're just out there. That's what the thing about skateboarding is, that all levels can really flourish and appreciate and have a good time skateboarding. So that's what we'll be doing this Saturday at the YMCA in Clairemont.
Boy, it's almost like you know my sequence of scripts here. It brings us to the Clash at Clairemont. Explain to folks how these two causes merge into one.
So about 11 years ago, I was instrumental in getting the ESPN X Games to donate their vert ramp to the YMCA skate park. We needed a new vert ramp. X Games had built a new vert ramp every year. We got the vert ramp donated to the Y, and they wanted to do a big grand opening celebration, have all the guys that were riding, BMXers and skaters riding the X Games, do a demonstration, and that's a really expensive demo. Like, guys get appearance fees and whatever, and I was like, the YMCA can't afford that. Let's partner with Grind for Life, another nonprofit, and all the guys are down for Mike Rogers and Grind for Life. They'll donate their time, and we'll raise money for both the YMCA and Grind for Life, and that's how Clash at Clairemont was born 11 years ago. This will be our 11th year.
Amazing.
We've always said $10 donation at the door, so that the whole family can come and enjoy it. It's a family-friendly event. 40 vendor booths, all doing spin the wheels and beanbag tosses, trying to win prizes and raise more money for the charities. We'll do a vert ramp demonstration, the skater cross for the 2nd year in a row.
You guys are always
it's basically BMX skateboarding on BMX racing on skateboards, and then bands play on the deck of the bowl while we finish the day. So it's a great day and a great cause.
You were in Clairemont this morning, and you swiped the iPhone that belongs to Mikey McKinnon, our social media director. And technology is revolutionizing your sport. Take a listen, everybody.
First jump's 25 feet. Second jump's 19. First berm. Wow. The whoopties. 2. Another set of jumps back here. There'll actually be hurdles on these jumps on the race day. Here comes last berm. This is where you're bumping, you're racing. Down the home stretch. And the finish line.
That was a 35-second blast. You were there with Brad Perry this morning. We have video of you doing high fives with Brad. Were you tempted at all to just? How long do you think Brad could stay on the board?
I think Brad would last about 3.5 seconds.
When's the last time you took what's the most memorable fall that you took that said, hey, you know what? I'm 44 years old. I don't want to do this anymore.
I haven't had that fall yet. So
you're blessed.
I'm lucky. Skateboarding has kept me young.
Speak to the evolution of the sport because everyone's pushing the envelope. Well, what's the one athlete that when you're at home and you're surfing through channels, I want to watch this guy?
There's actually one a couple years ago won X Games gold is a guy named Jimmy Wilkins. He's from Ohio. He's one of my favorites to watch because he makes skateboarding look beautiful. He'll be out at the event on Saturday, and
we were looking at.
Yeah, and he just, you know, he's one of the new young kids that it just makes it look really easy, and he's got style for days. So.
What are you working on right now?
For me, I'm just working on skatercross. You know, we're just trying to take skatercross skateboard racing to the next level. We'll do our second race on Saturday, pro level race, and looking for money and sponsorship to build another track, hopefully on the East Coast, and be able to do a series of races. One day it'll be in the Olympics. You know, it takes the subjectivity and the judging of skateboarding and traditional skateboarding half-pipe competitions out of it completely because it's a race. First guy across the finish line wins. That's what is so attractive to skateboarding, skatercross skateboarding, because you don't need to know anything about skateboarding to appreciate it. You can just be like, I want the guy with the dreadlocks to win.
Before we let you go, I heard about this and I was so bummed out I couldn't find any video. But back in '99. You were invited to speak at the White House for an anti-drug message.
Yep.
And you took your tell us the story about riding your skateboard through the White House. It was Bill Clinton was president, right?
Yeah, Bill Clinton was president. I did a public service announcement for the Partnership for a Drug-Free America. It was one of the most famous PSAs they'd ever done because they'd never used action sports. You know, they had always done tennis and traditional stuff. But a culmination was an invitation to the Clinton White House to do a speech and introduce the president. First public speaking I'd ever done in my life. Nervous as heck. And I walked through, you know, background checks and the metal detectors, and I brought my skateboard with me because I wasn't going to ask permission. I was just going to do it. And I came out the other side of the metal detectors, and there's a big, long marble hallway in front of me, and I was just like,
why not? Got
to put it down. The Secret Service agents weren't nearly as excited about it as I was.
True counterculture hero. Andy, let's throw the graphic up. It's Clash in Clairemont. At Mission Valley, you're going to be there, and all your friends are going to be there, right?
Yeah, we are raising money for Grind for Life. We're raising money for the YMCA, a $10 donation. Gates open at 10:30 a.m., so please join us this Saturday.
Andy, it was an honor to ride shotgun with you. Andy Macdonald, everybody. Back to you guys on the news desk.